live.
Oh, we're live.
Just like that. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Social Check-In is back. We've got an extra special one in the works here. Special guests. I've got Mike with me and Nicole from the house that social media built. They are the pros, the experts when it comes to home renovations, repairs, you name it. Such a great resource. So I can't wait to kind of dive into our topic today, which is going to be focused around bathrooms. But before we get into all that, just to quickly summarize for someone who might not know what the house that social media built is all about, can you tell us in a nutshell?
Go ahead.
Take it away.
You do it. You're the best at it.
I am the best at it. The house social media build is an interactive house build with our followers. Concept that Nicole came up with several years ago to get houses that I build on the market quicker and get more interest in them during the construction phase. And so we take one house at a time and we have 12 to 14 votes throughout the build. We put them out on social media, things from kitchen countertops to paint colors, front door colors, all that kind of stuff. We give 3 options each week, and our followers get to vote on what goes. They pick, the one that gets the most votes goes into the house. And so it's an interactive way to build. You gave me a what's that about?
I don't know. I feel like you need to work on
something.
You need to work on the elevator pitch, I think.
A little bit.
Elevator pitch. You said I was great at it.
You said you were great at it.
You did say
Yeah.
that. You said
It's
you were the
Friday,
best at it.
everybody's
actually.
tired.
Whoa, this is like getting both sides.
But
Well,
that was
I think
great.
you set
It was
yourself
great.
up.
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
Yes.
What else do we do?
We flip homes on social media. I mean, that's
it.
That's what
That's
we
the
do.
elevator pitch.
That's the elevator
We
pitch.
flip houses on social media.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Go
it's
check it out
awesome
for yourselves.
because the followers, you guys, you get to pick, what goes where. They give you the options.
Right.
You vote, and then you see it come to life.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
you're involved in the whole process,
Right.
And you get to come
Ideas.
see the house if you're in Connecticut.
Right.
We throw a big
Yeah.
party at the end.
So to me, that's like the best part, and sort of what and I think kind of why we're here to talk about bathrooms too, is because we also present the options, but also tell you where you can find the stuff. We'll tell you the store that we find them in. We'll give you the names of the items too, so that if you do come to the party or there is an item that you do like, you have access. Where we're getting them from. Right. We're not keeping it a secret. We're
we try to
figuring it all
follow the
out.
trends that are happening, so everything is kind of not latest and greatest, but the newest stuff that's coming on the market.
Right.
We work with our suppliers to give 3 choices that are kind of current and not boring.
Well, and it's fun to see if those trends are actually catching on too.
Right.
You put them out there because they are a trend, and you see if if the masses actually like them, or if they're picking up on them, or if they're not. I mean,
And
most
some
of
we're a little ahead of the curve. I think we were on some fixtures things about a year ago, and now they are everywhere. So we put it out.
Yeah, but our voters are still not.
Yeah,
always
they didn't
picking
love
on
what we
those,
did on that.
but
So that
it's
was
fun.
actually in a bathroom.
See?
What do you? I don't even know what
The
you're
gold.
talking about. Oh yeah, no, people are not. They're not digging that yet.
No,
But
it's
Not
coming.
yet, but hey,
No.
it's coming.
Yeah.
See?
Get
And
ready.
again, if you guys are, looking to sell a property, buy a property, or just spruce up the one that you have and love, you can find some great ideas. And what I like about what you guys do, because it's one thing to go to a store and see, a setup or find an image in some decorating magazine, but you actually can see the final product, how it works in real life, and see for yourself, hey, did that look good? Or, maybe not so much.
Right,
So
right.
it's very cool.
Well, and what's fun too in sort of that regard too is because of the votes, you can see how because we have to sort of change the direction of the design based on some votes. So we're able to then show our followers that if you are sort of given this, what direction can you go in to make that design option work? Because not everybody always has the opportunity to maybe they can just change a faucet or maybe just change the tile, and we can based on votes you can sort of figure out how to work around it. And the same thing, hey, if you have this one option, here's how you can kind of work around that one sort of piece to if that
And we do that too, and some other projects that we work on, we'll give it a bathroom, and it's got good tile, but it's the wrong color, so we can put a coating
So
on
you
it.
can work around.
Right.
You don't have to
Without-
rip everything out.
Exactly.
We don't.
Exactly. No.
Right,
And most
so-
times we don't recommend that. But
Yeah.
I mean, we're on a budget too, just like
Sure.
a regular
Yeah,
homeowner.
No,
so.
a lot of people are.
Yeah.
So let's kind of dive into bathrooms. I think a bathroom is very important. I don't know how folks at home feel. To some, it's, I don't know, a bathroom's a bathroom, but you spend a good amount of time in your bathroom.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Certain trends, things you're noticing that maybe are either coming or happening right now that you're willing to stand behind and say, yes, this is going to last. This is a good investment.
So I think, and it's kind of like, I feel like there's like so many answers to that question because I think it depends on price point of your home. And I think it depends on, like, are you a first-time buyer or are you a move-up? Like, is it a 3,000 square foot home or is it like a 900 square foot home? I feel like a lot of trends that we're seeing, I mean, I guess maybe they're not trends, but maybe we should just say like design elements in a bathroom. Like, we're finding that people really like water closets. Like, they like to have their toilets separate from the rest of their bathrooms. They like to have larger showers, maybe not so much having like tubs if there's not room.
I see.
I'd say
Master bathrooms, if
the
they like to have
construction-
attached master bathrooms.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a house, like if Nicole were trying to sell a house that didn't have an attached master bathroom as opposed to one that does, people will pick the one that has one first.
Right.
Okay.
That type of thing. I think in the construction field, the bathroom is the most trendy part of a massive construction budget. Kitchens, trends a little bit in faucets and countertop colors and that sort of thing, but bathrooms are the biggest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, when we're building, we have the most fun.
We definitely have the
In a
most
bathroom.
fun in those. I think that we keep it a little bit more, in a master bathroom, we keep it a little bit more like glitzy.
Yep.
I will put Carrara marble or marble in a master bathroom every single time and get the same exact reaction, and it has not gotten old and probably
It never
the
will.
last, no. And so that's something that if you're looking for timeless and safe, like, marble all the way. And if you can't afford marble, I mean, we definitely have gone like the quartz route before.
options.
That kind of gives you
So many options
the
now,
look
yeah.
of the marble. I prefer marble over quartz, but sometimes he just sort of beats me up over the fact that we have to sort of like keep the budget a little bit lower. But in a master, I mean, we'll always go that timeless route. We did actually try in one house recently to do sort of like a hotel, like a floating, like one of those floating vanities. And the buyer's like, my wife needs drawers. Like, I'm going to have to change this thing. And we're like, I mean, he still bought it, but it was just, again, it looks
We got
pretty
a
for
ton
us.
of compliments on
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it
It's
looks
so
pretty.
awesome.
No, I mean, it's a super pretty thing,
Yep.
but is it
The
practical?
day-to-day.
Right. So, we are like super mindful of those things. And I'll sometimes.
She pings me like
All the
20 times a
time,
day,
yeah.
and I'd say 9 out of 10 are bathrooms.
Yeah.
See.
Oh,
Which is
yeah.
bathrooms.
Well, but I also beat you up over things. Like, are you kidding me? Like, if your wife walked in that bathroom, she wouldn't buy that bathroom because, like, there's
Right.
really important elements that go into that. But
In some of our bigger builds, we've designed our own custom vanities now, and we have them made here in Connecticut at a mill.
Wow.
So we're having fun with that.
it's super easy. Like, that's something, if you guys see anything like that. I mean,
It
I think people
looks like
think
crazy
that it's super
expensive,
expensive,
but
to do.
it's not.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
So Nicole will come up with a design, or I'll come up with a design. We go up to the mill in Burlington, and we kind of lay it out and pick out our own
Can you
wood.
share the name of the place?
We go to Hinman Lumber
Okay.
in Burlington.
Great.
And what's great too is that there's a lot of countertop companies that have like remnants. They have a lot of leftover pieces, so you can get, if you want that marble like top, or even if you
small.
want to keep your base and change your
Right.
top, you can get a really inexpensive
It's not
remnant
expensive at all.
and just like
There you
change
go.
the top, because they're just looking to get rid of sort of those old end pieces that were cut. So, if you can just paint even your vanity and then just put, a remnant piece on top, it's super
to Nicole's point, it
inexpensive.
does not have to be inexpensive. To be an expensive build to redo a bathroom.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we definitely take bigger risks on like guest baths and like kids baths.
We do,
Right,
for
right.
sure.
We go like deeper into colors. Yeah.
Thinking about budgets,
Yeah.
are there things that you might want to splurge on in the bathroom and maybe save elsewhere? Like, I don't know, how important are the tiles as opposed to the type of bathtub or you know what I mean?
In a bathroom, the tile's probably going to be your most expensive because you have to demo what's there. Then you have to potentially you have to put a new subfloor down. Then you have to put the tile in, all the labor that's involved in that. So I think that's your biggest expense. And if there's a way to maybe
Just asking
save
what
on
you
that,
would splurge on. What would you splurge on? Because
Well-
if you could cover over the tile that's already there. Because I tell a lot of my sellers, like, your tile's fine. It's just green. Let's just spray it white.
there's a product that we
You
use
would
that you can coat it. It's an acrylic
Yeah, and then
coating.
you save so much, because I would rather see them have a nice countertop that looks updated, or I'm like I'm sort of like a faucet knob snob. I'll spend hundreds of dollars on like doorknobs or like
Good details.
Oh yeah, or like 10 times more money on a kitchen knob than you would spend at like a Home Depot, just because that's your jewelry.
That's your wow factor,
Those
and
are
it's
your
really
accessories,
at the end of the day,
yeah.
it's not. It's the percentage of the bill. It's not a big deal.
Right.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
for me, that's
your
We're actually designing a new bathroom right now, and there's a huge shower, and so I want to do something kind of crazy like water sprays off the side with a rain head, and she's like, "What do you want to do that for?" So I want to try it because I'm thinking it's so big we don't need a door, so I'll save like
no door.
$1,500. No, you don't need a door in that bathroom.
Oh, you're talking about a different house. Yeah.
We $1,500 for a good door, maybe $2,500. It depends if you're going frameless. So could put that into a nice, rain head or.
I feel like we're jumping around a lot here, but
body sprays.
Now we're getting sprayed. Now we're going to like a car wash.
Yeah, it could be like a spa.
I don't know. I'd rather spend the money on the things that people are going to see.
What's your number one pick if you're gonna like do a bathroom like crazy?
What does that mean?
Well, what would you put in that?
Oh, definitely tile. Yeah,
the tile.
Yeah,
that's the biggest
for me. Yeah, I mean, if you're really starting, like, if you're gutting and starting, like tile will like lead. Tile will 100% lead the direction.
As opposed
of that
to like
room.
a top of the line bathtub.
Well, I would. Yeah.
What?
I would pick steam.
He wants the steam. All right.
I would do steam.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't care about bathtubs. I don't take a bath. I want one of those like cool like double shower heads coming down like rain.
Well, and I think it's interesting though because there have been many times where the shower's been so big that you almost have to, because again, I mean, if you're showering with someone or even by your, like, it's almost like you like someone's just cold in the corner.
We just built a shower and I told guys
you almost need to like fill the space.
If you can do it, that would be nice.
Yeah, you do. We just built a massive shower with one shower head. I'm looking, I'm like, oh god, this looks awful. So we had to have the plumber go back and add a second one.
That's how it is sometimes in hotel rooms. Like I've been in an upgraded, I don't know if it was a Hilton or what, but they redid the bathroom so it was this big stall and like just no water pressure coming through. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything.
Well, you also have to be conscientious of that too, because there's been multiple times that we've put in such big shower heads, but like it's on a well where we turn it on and like there's not even enough water, so we're like, well, we can't use that shower head.
Can't even wash your hair.
Yeah. So you do have to be sort of conscientious of like what your water pressure can sort of facilitate, because as pretty as it looks, it's just not practical.
It's not practical.
Yeah. I mean, and obviously people want to get the shampoo out. So
that's.
You could blow the budget too. You could put one of those toilets in there that they have toilets now that's like you don't do anything. It just does everything for you.
Yeah, he changes topics quickly. You gotta keep up with him. No, he's just talking about new element.
Yeah,
what do you mean it does everything?
Oh, it's like the top opens.
Yeah, you don't need toilet paper.
It dries you with a fan.
You're gonna have to like. You do
have to go to the bathroom.
You go to the bathroom.
You do go to the bathroom.
You sit, and then it does everything else for you. Blow dries.
It dries you. It powders you.
Forget about the shower. I want that.
Yeah. Fancy toilet. All right. Because regular toilets is too much work.
So boring.
It's so much work.
Does it warm your seat?
It does.
It does. The seat opens. It knows who's coming, and it opens for you.
It knows who's coming.
Yeah.
Like, hi, Michael.
I don't know if I want my toilet that smart. I don't want it to know.
Back again.
Well, I was on vacation, and I was this hotel room had it, and I like never left the hotel room.
Oh my god, that's too much information. But so we're totally off topic now.
Own.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna kind of reel this back in.
Yeah, please.
We were talking about shower heads. I'm noticing a lot of gold now. People putting in gold faucets. I don't know, accents. Is that just a brief trend, or if you're thinking about it, should you go for it? Good investment?
I think it really comes down to personal preference. I mean, if you really, really love it and like you're staying in the home for a while, and I mean, I say I would. That's your phone ringing under your ass.
Like,
every
time I see it,
yes. No,
I'm going to show you something. She really wants a gold, and so she sends me one the other day.
I love it. I do. I love it, and I would. But again, I would put it in things that are easy for you to change out. Again, it's super easy for you to, put it on your kitchen knobs, and if like in 5-10 years, if you decide that you want to sort of,
I really like that. I like the tile.
Yeah, it's all
as
very
well.
Pretty. Yeah.
So my response was,
can we kind of zoom in on that?
So let me see. Might be take it. from you.
So again, I would do it on, obviously if you're putting it in the shower, it's a little bit more expensive to sort of swap out later if you do get sick of it. I do think it's a little bit more of a trend. I don't know how long it's going to last, but
I think it's a little trendy.
but I do, again, I love the accent pieces that you can do with it. Again, like I was
My
saying,
comment to
kitchen
her was-
knobs
yeah.
or like even in the bathroom, like bathroom knobs. I think you can mix the finishes though. I think like that's totally fine. I'm like huge into chrome. I love how chrome looks. Some people hate it because you see like water spots on it. So like if you're a real fanatic, like you need to be super mindful of that because you will be sort of cleaning your faucet
All
a
the
lot.
time.
Yeah.
And now there's polished nickel, which is like a little bit one step above chrome.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
really hot stuff.
Yeah, I like the polished nickel. Yeah, but again, I love the gold. But I think you have to. It's really just personal preference. But
Yeah, I like it.
I do too. I think it's hot. I think it's like super sexy.
It looks like classic to me.
Oh,
super-
How did this
Well,
ever go out of
Well,
style?
so I think the
But-
biggest thing is like I think that we have to specify it's not like that
No.
80s shiny.
Not
we're
like
talking
the
about
yellow.
right. We're talking
No,
about like
no,
a
no.
brushed brass.
They really brought it up a little
Yes, because it almost
Almost like a
does.
vintage
Yeah, and it
look.
almost does kind of look like. And I'm not a huge brushed nickel fan, but again, in certain sort of like lights, if you get a picture of it, it could very easily be mistaken for that. So it's not like we're coming out with bright gold,
No,
which I still have in my house because I haven't been able to get rid of them from the 80s when they were put in.
Well,
Or was
Nicole
that
sent me the
90s?
picture
Yeah.
the other day of that one we just showed you, and I said, "Oh my God, the '70s are back." Because I'm occasionally still ripping out blue tiled showers from the '70s. Not that we wouldn't put one in, but it's funny because now that gold, you match those two together, so
Coming back.
It's back, but it's definitely
It's old
trendy.
as
It's
new.
different though.
But it's
Back,
refined.
but elevated.
It's
very
elevated.
super
The
elevated.
Yeah.
The
It's-
metal
there's, like-
finishes are so far beyond where they were in the '70s.
Oh,
It has
yeah.
a certain look.
It
for
does.
sure.
And the color
for sure.
coordination is a little bit better than the 70s.
It's
were,
classy.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing you'll probably see one of those pop up soon in the
What?
Mike and Nicole house.
What?
A blue shower with gold fixtures.
Oh,
Whatever that was that you just showed us is
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. And again, that would be something that we would probably do more like in a guest bath or like a kid's bath where you could be a
Okay.
little bit more like flirty. In my mind, it's just
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
a little bit more fun. Like you want to walk into that bathroom and just enjoy being
Right.
like kind of in there because it's fun to look at. Where again with our masters, we tried to make them a little bit more like luxurious and elegant and just a place to like relax.
Yeah, and if I don't do a window pane black shower door soon, I'm going to be in trouble. 'Cause
Yeah.
She's been bugging me to put one of those in.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
It is a
Yeah.
nice look.
Yeah.
Something else that we were kind of chatting about before we went live, these tiles that I'm seeing everywhere, and you guys shared, they're called cement tiles.
They're a cement tile.
What do
Very,
I
very
know?
popular.
I just I've been seeing them everywhere, so I wanted to also pick your brains on these and whether or not this is something that if you like, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Don't put it
I
down
think
just
what's-
because it's trendy.
Yeah, no, I think what's super great about cement is I don't think they're going anywhere anytime quickly. I think they'll be around for a while. But they come in so many different designs.
Yeah.
Where if you want something a little more muted, you have that. If you want something with more of like a white base instead of like a black base or a gray base, like there's just so many different sort of mix matches of colors and styles and.
We started seeing them about a year ago, and since then, the amount of the
It was longer than
varieties.
that ago. We used it in our first house 2 years ago.
We did.
Yeah, Homestead.
That's right, we did.
Yeah.
But the amount of the variety that's coming out now is unbelievable.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah,
thing I would
they're
caution people
everywhere now.
about is, in a suit, I wouldn't put it in a mudroom. We did it in a foyer, in a formal front
Well,
entry.
I think it depends because I have seen them in mudrooms where the base is black.
Right.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying it, they're high maintenance. They have to be sealed. They're not easily cleaned.
I see.
And if you don't seal it before you put it in, it gets dirty. It's almost
It's-
impossible to get that
Yeah,
dirt out.
so you definitely want to seal it once
porous
they go in.
or-
Yeah, it
It's
is.
cement, so it's very,
It
very
just
porous.
absorbs
Yeah.
whatever.
There was that one bathroom we didn't seal. We didn't even know we were supposed to seal them, and like, gosh, they were
We had
ruined.
to
Living
scrub the
with
heck out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, marble also is known to be incredibly porous
Yes.
and unforgiving.
Super unforgiving.
It is.
I've destroyed
In a bathroom, marble should
my
always
coffee
be sealed.
table.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with a
And
ring of wine.
I keep going online and searching for ways to clean it, and I got this polish and this. Yeah, no.
You're almost better off just calling the place that you got it from and having them come and like sand your top
Really?
down.
Yeah,
Okay.
they'll clean it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a pumice you can put on there to draw that stain out.
Yeah, I have to do something. I have a coffee ring stain, and it's
Yes. Well, yeah,
I
I mean,
cover it
people
with a
sometimes get
book.
stained from like their even like base powder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can stain it.
Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't even notice. You're like, what? just pops up.
I have
And
plastic, so whatever.
Yeah.
I have like laminate.
it is pretty, but yeah, it is unforgiving. All right, I know we're going to wrap up quickly. Are there any kind of questions that we
There was
want
one
to touch
question,
upon?
and I actually, this sort of isn't just for a bathroom in general, but if you're gonna renovate a house, like you bought an old one and it's not up to date, what room should you start with?
Wow, I'd have to actually see the house. I think your best return on investment that I see is definitely your kitchen.
It's the kitchen.
I like we were sort of saying, I mean, again, we love obviously doing bathrooms, but I do feel like there are some sort of hacks you can do in a bathroom super inexpensively that will still make it look very nice, but sort of keep you under budget and will still kind of keep your house elevated. But I definitely think that your best return on investment would 100% be your kitchen.
It's a little bit harder to do those type of quick fixes in a kitchen too. Even if you just paint the cabinets, they look painted
Well, yeah, I mean, unless you get them, like you can get them sprayed.
professionally, but when you open the drawer, it's still all worn
Right,
in there. So
yeah.
I'd say that the kitchen is it's number one.
For
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't spend a lot of time in the bathroom, you spend a lot of it in the kitchen. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, I mean, that's where everyone's going to be congregating. That's where you're I mean, that's definitely where you're spending the most of your time. So
Yeah, the one thing that's coming down the road in kitchens that's really trendy or going to be trendy is the appliances. So for the last probably 15 years, we've seen stainless steel and it's been the norm. But now they're coloring the steel, and so you're going to be able to get it in black and gray and regular and different colors. So
Really?
we're starting to see that a lot. If we go to shows or we're pinning on on Pinterest, we're seeing a lot of different varieties.
Stainless steel can get boring after 20 years. So.
Well, and people, again, I think that what was nice is the appliance company started listening to people like complaining about fingerprints.
Right.
Because in the last few years we have seen sort of, that stainless that you don't see fingerprints anymore. So I think that they'll continue to sort of listen to what, maybe, like, again, there's now black stainless, which is like sick.
And they're mixing white with painted white like from the 70s with stainless. That look is
I'm
my
sorry,
favorite.
white was not
Really?
the 70s. That, like, it was cream.
80s.
Yeah, I mean, it
White.
was like,
Well,
it
then
was
when
like
you mix white with stainless,
green.
it's my favorite, but it's
Really?
not really caught on. We tried it once and we didn't get a great reaction from it.
Huh. Now, are we talking about sort of a retro-inspired look? I'm thinking along the lines of like Smeg or
No, not really. I mean, these are still like super sleek.
Huh.
Like, yeah, but it's
There you
again,
go.
it's.
Oh, you
like-
mean the 50s style rounded refrigerators?
Yeah,
You
I've
see
seen
that,
a
but it's
lot of
rare.
I do, but
The
that's again, that's
toasters and
super
then-
specific. Like that's
Very
a super
specific.
specific like
Okay.
taste for somebody.
So this is
Yeah.
just kind of what we have now, but with a color
Right,
palette
right.
that you
Oh,
can
absolutely. I mean, because
choose
a lot of
from.
people do have black appliances still, and they
Right.
prefer black over stainless. But here you can get a black stainless appliance instead. Yeah, and again, it's
If you're getting your house ready for the market, do not do the 50s retro.
Oh, no.
We would never do that.
no.
I mean, I like the look, but
Yeah,
it's so
no,
specific.
we always.
It
I mean,
is.
on those certain things, we always stick with what's the
traditional,
most
Yeah.
popular,
yeah.
and it's always going to be stainless.
Do it
on
in your
our
second
end.
kitchen in the basement.
Second kitchen
Yeah.
in the basement, because everyone always has a second bed, kitchen in the basement. Yeah.
I'm not
Interesting.
there yet.
You know?
But
No, I'm not.
at your level.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
The second bathroom or second kitchen, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's.
But
I
if
think
you
maybe-
have one,
it's like the Italian thing, maybe.
It's the
right?
Italian thing.
Yeah. Uh huh.
I'm still struggling with my first kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, I am
We'll
too.
come over.
Really.
We'll help you out.
Okay. Anytime,
that's-
guys.
That's the
Anytime.
funniest part, though, because everyone's always like, "Oh, Nicole, like you must have such like a great house," and it's like you're spending so much time. I find it
Yeah.
easier to actually pick.
You have
things.
a great house.
Yo, I love my house, but I find it easier to like pick things for like to make decisions on like other homes or like other people than my own.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And she
I
never
can-
writes the check. That's me. So she just picks out whatever she wants.
No, I mean it's well,
She stopped herself.
She's like, yeah, you have a point there.
Yeah.
All right.
it's a little different, but
We're going to wrap it up. I hope you guys found some, tips and some useful information. I did. You
hopefully,
guys are
yeah,
just
hopefully we didn't jump around too
bounty,
much.
Yeah, of
You can always
knowledge
rewind it.
when it comes to this stuff. And even if you're not at that point yet, you're not buying, you're not selling, but hey, it's the winter time. There's a lot you can do during the cold weather to, just spruce up your home. Make it more pleasant to
Absolutely,
be
for
in,
sure.
right?
Well, if you're stuck inside all day, might as well
Yeah.
get a paintbrush,
Exactly,
a
a
paintbrush,
fresh-
and
A fresh
Declutter.
coat of
For sure.
paint. Yeah, I mean, to me, when my home is clean and everything is organized, it looks good, I just am happier to be in it.
for sure.
So,
Yeah.
there you go. Thank you guys for
Thank you.
stopping
Thank you for
by.
having
Thanks
us.
for having
That's
us.
fun.
You will be back again soon.
We will.
And we'll have much more from these two pros. Thanks so much for joining
Bye,
us,
guys. Thanks.